Yo, 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 it's time to start the show. This is Maniac Tim with Maniac Sports. And yeah, just like it says in the title, Lions are the first one to defeat the Minnesota Vikings and force knocking them the out of first place. So, as of now, the Detroit Lions are king of the NFC-North. We knocked the king out. Yeah, they gave us a battle. There was victories on both sides. But one thing that we did is we were the first ones to figure out a way to defeat the mighty Minnesota Vikings defense. And with our most prized edge rusher out for the remainder of the season, unless he can come back for the Super Bowl if the Lions make it. Uh, I don't see how it could even come back then, but uh, hey, hey, baby, we're on top. We're on top. We are Detroit Lions. And hey, if people don't know me, I am Maniac Tim from Maniac Sports, founder, creator of Maniac Sports, co-founder of Detroit Lions on the Prowl, uh, and a long time, lifetime Detroit Lions fan. I put up with the 0-16. I put up with the 94 or the 91 season uh, with the Lions. We seen run and shoot. We seen other schemy things, and we seen last week where the Lions were playing with their food, and their food just happened to be the Dallas Cowboys. This week, um, it was the only NFC undefeated team and left, and it was the Minnesota Vikings. So, with that, we're going to go over the wins and losses of this week with still one game, remember, to be played yet, and that's Monday Night Football. Uh, this, of course, is week 6 of the season. Actually, it's week 7. Excuse me, week 7. All right. Uh, yeah, I guess I'm a little bit. It was week 6 for the Lions because we already had our bye week. Of course, Chargers and Cardinals play tomorrow. And what happens if next week um, Minnesota follows suit just like everybody else has and loses their following game or two? What happens there? Is the hangover from playing a physical team of the Lions just too much for some people? Is it too much for them to go and put out? Is it? Is bone crushing sacks? I mean, yeah, Lions didn't get much sacks this time. Uh, Jahmyr Gibbs had a great game. St. Brown had a great game. Jared Goff had a great game. You know, uh, and this was also inside of the U.S. Bank Stadium, Minnesota. I remember when, like the first couple years, the Lions did win in Minnesota when that stadium was built. But right now, the Lions win again. The Lions win again. Detroit wins again. Detroit is it. Detroit is the best in the NFC right now. All right. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to just go right to the standings. We're going to do the okay. Let me just share this. It will be just a few minutes. Please hang tight. And let me go ahead and put my. I don't want to be interrupted on my phone, so let me go ahead and put my phone on vibrate. But hey, and believe me, I really didn't feel like coming back on right now. I was falling asleep in bed after the Sunday night game. But you know what? I need to stream more. This is what I need to do. And that's what I'm going to do. Is stream. So, without any further delay, we're going to switch some things up here just a second. You know, I said it was. All right, so hey, please anybody. Where did it go? I lost my. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, so please stand by. Okay. Yeah, we got it. I finally figured out where it was. All right. So, not only are they in first place in the NFC North, with 5 wins, 1 losses, they're also first place in the whole NFC. Because if you look at the standings, all right, and yeah, shout out to Megan, who had to go ahead and point out that her Seahawks won back on the winning streak. So shout out to Megan, who pointed that out in our last live stream that was during the game. She's a good friend of mine. All right. So, NFC East, we have the Commanders are at 5-2. Eagles are at 4-2. Dallas Cowboys are at 3-3. New York Giants are at 2-5. Seattle Seahawks are at 4-3. 49ers are at 3-4. Arizona Cardinals right now are at 2-4. Rams win their second game at 2-4 right now. Remember, the Cardinals do play tomorrow. Okay, that is it for the NFC East. NFC North is next on here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It is the Detroit Lions are 5-1, followed by the Minnesota Vikings, which are also 5-1. Then you got Green Bay, which is 5-2, and you got Chicago, who had their bye week this week, are at 4-2. Uh, Buccaneers, the only team that has beat the Lions in the NFC South. But see, if you look at this though, you go ahead and you look at it. Uh, you see that the Buccaneers, the NFC South is really not a team to be sneezed at, for lack of a better term. They're not or a division to be sneezed at, or a division to be um, laughed at like they used to be. But they are a division to be. They're a competitive division because Buccaneers are at 4-2. Atlanta Falcons are at 4-3. New Orleans Saints was started out red hot, but they ended up dropping 5 after they started out 2-0. Jeremy, Smoking Jeremy, he swears up and down that the Saints should have won against Atlanta, though. Well, we know how that goes. The lowly Panthers are again at 1-0. So there we are with the NFC North. Heads up, heads up to the Packers too. They won today. I'll give you guys credit. You guys showed poise by winning. You guys played the Texans at Lambeau Field, which Texans are not a bad team. You got C.J. Strauss and stuff like that too. So hey, hats off to you guys for winning. But you know what? You haven't played the Lions yet. And that's how it is. All right. So in looking forward, we're also going to go ahead and take a look at standings. Okay. Excuse me, my cough again. But hey, it's something I can't control. But let's go ahead and okay, we're gonna go with AFC. All right. Stop that for a second. Yeah. I also need a creator for shirts. I gotta talk to my niece Ashley and talk to her because I need to get a couple shirts created for awards and stuff. So I gotta talk to her. And I also need somebody to market my stuff for me too, because I need to get this stuff out on the internet so that I can start selling, and give some certain things away from for prizes too. But let's go back to this week in the NFL. The Bills lead off the AFC East with a record of 5-2. They're good. 3 games away from any of the other competitions. Um, you have the Dolphins are at 2-4. Miami Dolphins. Of course, they had their two men hurt since I think it was since week 2. So their starting quarterback, and we all know how a starting quarterback is going to affect your franchise. So far, the Aaron Rodgers experiment at New York Jets is not going too well. All right. Jets owner, wake up! What the hell? Wake up! I mean, Aaron Rodgers is overall a great quarterback in his prime. In his prime. You know, you brought Adams back, and it didn't even help. They lost again today to the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. They are now 2-5 on the season. Patriots, OMG, OMG, what the heck? You're right along with the Carolina Panthers at 1-6. 1-6, people. What's going on here? This is like the 3rd straight year that you guys have been dumpster diving. And, okay, get it together. But, of course, this is a rebuilding year. All right. So we got to look at that, too. We got to go ahead and we got to look at it. All right. So, we have, okay, looks like I went way too far ahead. Oh, that's weird how they have in different, okay, now we got the AFC West. All right, undefeated, best record in the NFL, Kansas City. Of course, 2 consecutive times, 3 times under Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl champions. 6-0, perfect so far. All right. Then you have the Chargers. Now, Chargers are definitely in an emerging mode to say. You got Jim Harbaugh. In a couple years, they could be the team to beat, but right now they're not. But they're still very much in the race. They get a few things together. Who knows what could happen? But they're at 3-2. That's where they are. Broncos, hey, Broncos are at. Yeah, okay. See, these standings kind of really don't make. Probably because they haven't played it, but so Broncos are at 4-3. So Denver's looking pretty good. Raiders, brother, and sister, and mother and father. What the hell, Raiders? What the hell? Only you're at 2-5. What the hell is going on here? It is what it is. Records don't lie. But here you are. Okay, you have only won 2 games this season so far. It is what it is. Um, okay, then we go to the AFC North. All right, AFC North. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers are at 5-2, very respectable win. Uh, with the Ravens are at 4-2. I think it was their bye week this week. That's why they didn't play. Ravens after losing their uh, first two games are on a uh, are on a streak. They're 4-2. Bengals, hey, Bengals are still very much in the contest. They won today. They're at 3-4, still under 500. Browns. The Deshaun Watson. Okay, so which owner is more dumber? The Browns owner to go ahead and give Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed contract, the biggest at the time when he was signed, to go ahead and to be suspended his first year, like 6, 8 games, whatever it was. But man, you guys are 1-6. What the hell? And Deshaun Watson really ain't played that much. All right. I mean, you're almost as wacky as I don't know which owner, is more, well, for lack of a better word, more stupid. All those draft picks you gave away, all that money that you paid for Deshaun Watson, who proved beforehand that if he doesn't want to play, he ain't going to get his ass out and play because he sat out that year before they brought him out because he did not want to play for the team that he went ahead and played for. So ownership, you got some things don't make sense. It needs to make sense. And it doesn't. It doesn't. All right. Okay. You have the Texans, who lost to Green Bay. I think they also lost to Chicago. If memory serves, uh, I think those are their two losses. I will check and see. Oh. Who did they lose? No, they beat Chicago right, bro. Of course, they beat the Packers today. Oh, they lost to the Vikings. Okay, so they lost. So both of the two teams that they lost to were NFC North teams. So if you look at this, all right, you look at this, Lions beat this team. That beat that team. All right, just saying. Just saying. All right, and of course the Lions are going to play them at later on, so they'll play them later on. But let's go ahead and bring it back to where it was. So, like I said, you have the Texans, who was, who was 5-2, very respectable record. Uh, and the Packers are a good team. They are, and it remains to be seen. All right, who the Packers, who the Packers are when they play Detroit. All right, that remains to be seen. Okay, Then that's followed by the Colts, which are 4-3. Uh, Jacksonville, who's finally starting to show up. You know, finally starting to show up. They're really, uh, you know, uh, they look good today. They had to win today. Trevor Lawrence, actually looks good today. He's been a lot of people saying that him being when he was signed the highest paid quarterback in the NFL until Dak's deal was done that broke that. Uh, that he wasn't worth the money and that kind of messed him up. I mean, hey, mind things do a lot of things too. So, uh, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville is at 2-5. Probably one of your best 2-5 teams. You know, let's see who Jacksonville has lost to though. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see who all they have lost to. Okay, so and of course we don't. No, we don't really care about preseason now, do we? Okay, so they lost to the Browns. No, that's really bad. That is really bad. Okay, they lost to the Dolphins. Okay, so I guess it's probably game 3 was going on too. Okay. Uh, all right, that's still preseason. Oh, okay. So they lost to the Dolphins. They lost to the Browns. They lost to the Bills. They lost to the Texans. Uh, well, okay. So actually, they okay. That was preseason. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble reading this. So they beat. Who did they beat? Oh, they beat the Colts and they beat the Patriots. Those were the two teams they beat. They lost to Chicago at Chicago. So that's where that's looking. Uh, all right. And of course they got to play Green Bay this year. They got to play the Jags. Uh, or they got to play the Eagles yet. They got to play the Vikings and the Lions. So, they're playing some people. Let's just go that way. They're playing some people. Some good teams. Okay, we're gonna go back to get out of the standings here and go to the games. Okay, 7 of week 18. All right. Hey, welcome anybody listening to Ten Bang Sports. Appreciate you guys coming in. Okay, so on Thursday night, Broncos went ahead and manhandled um, the Saints 33-10. All right. Jacksonville, as we stated before, beat the New England Patriots. Lions, of course, in a very tight contest, beat Minnesota. Tennessee Titans and the Bills played, and Titans lost to the Bills beat the Titans. Dolphins lost to the Colts once again without Tua. Seahawks are back on their winning ways. They beat Atlanta 34-14. And they made a statement there. So Seahawks made a statement there. Texans lost to the Green Bay Packers. The Bengals, they beat the Browns. No big whoop there because hey, if they would have lost in rounds, this season would have been over. I mean, Joe Cooper, just go ahead and pack it in because if you guys would have lost to the Browns this week, uh, you guys would not even be able to be caught a football team. Facts are facts. If you don't like it, I don't care. But it is what it is. Eagles going to their arch rival, at least one of their arch rivals, divisional opponent, and they knocked out, maniac slapped, maniac punched the New York Giants 28-3. I know maybe the Lions or maybe the Giants are looking for a good draft pick. I don't know, but they just ain't doing it right now. Raiders went ahead and kind of showed Matthew Stafford he can still win, and the Rams. And I'll tell you what, if Stafford goes to Minnesota, like some people are saying, and no, I don't think Stafford is asking to go to Minnesota. But if Stafford goes to Minnesota, I will not be a Stafford fan at all. Ever. It's just, I won't be. Because there's no, it makes no sense. So if, but hey, so they beat the Raiders 15-20. All right. Welcome, you guys are watching Tin Maniac Sports. Panthers. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I mean, it's like, okay. 7 points you scored, but you had 40 points scored on you by the Commanders. What the hell? Okay? It is what it is. But still, what the hell? All right. Of course, the Chiefs, they beat the 49ers by a score of 28-18, and Jets lost to the Steelers 15-37. So there's actually 2 games on Monday Night Football again. You got the Ravens will face the Buccaneers at Tampa. I don't see the Ravens losing to Tampa, but you never know. And of course, the Chargers play the Cardinals. All right. So those are the games. Hey, Detroit fan, man, how's it going? How's it going, brother? How's it going? Having consecutive 5-1 starts for the first time since 1933 through 34. It's kind of psychotic state. Yeah, it feels like it's just beginning in Detroit, but it's already the best we ever been. Amen, brother. Amen. At least, at least thus far. I mean, they're proving themselves. You know, they're proving you fall behind, you can come back. If you take a look at the high point offense and the crushing defense that Minnesota has, Lions pretty much shut it down. You know, pretty much shut their offense down. With the loss of our best edge rusher, was heading to be the pretty much the defensive player of the game, or defensive player of the year could have been if things wouldn't happen the way it does. But they still pulled it out. They pulled it out. No, they didn't get a lot of sacks on Sam Darnold. And I'll tell you, some of those things, some of those things, it's like, man, Sam Darnold, he can thread the needle sometimes when he wants. Okay, so Detroit fan, man, I know you appreciated Stafford, but how will you feel, if Stafford, and this is not something that he's been wanting or anything like that, so, but if Stafford goes play, if somehow Minnesota trades for Stafford, I don't think they're going to do it. It just depends on how Sam Darnold does. Why would you go ahead and give up the farm, basically, to go ahead and get Matt Stafford, who's is up there, and over his career, he has had awesome numbers and stuff. Who's is the heck is Matthew Stafford? This is golf country now. Amen, brother. But I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. I love that. I love it. Jerry. Yeah. This is golf country. But I'm just saying that if for some darn reason Matthew Stafford ends up going to Minnesota, I'm gonna root for him to lose every game, because it is what it is. And by the way, I didn't want to show you my shirt. This is, it's not an official jersey or anything, but it's number 16 Jared Goff's jersey. So that's what it is. The Jared Goff's jersey. Jared Goff. Yes. That's where it's at, baby. This is Jared Goff's. And, hey, 313 New Breed. How's it going? Steve. I could have went longer. But go, Tim. Oh, boy. Yeah. Wow. All right. This is something. This is Yeah. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. And you know what? Hey, I want the Lions hangover to keep happening. Okay. And happy belated birthday to Herman Moore, which was 55 yesterday. Uh, so happy birthday to Herman Moore. Uh, he got a birthday present, all right. He sure did. And I know he said that's what else more could you ask for a birthday present? What more could you ask for? Than to go ahead and win. You know, I mean that's I love it. Jared Goff, Jared Goff, Jared. And of course, the forward down the field, charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver rush, rah, 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 down the field we go. And I don't know the rest of that by heart. So I guess we're calling the Lions hangover official. The Honolulu flu. I'm hoping this sticks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 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 Hell yeah. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Man, I mean, just think, Lions go if the Lions go into Ford Field, take care of Tennessee, the Titans, former Houston Oilers, next week, and then the Rams, which won again today, go ahead and take care of the Minnesota Vikings. Hey, it's just all the better. It's just all the better. But you know what? I want it to be one on the back of the Detroit Lions. I want the NFC-North to be one on the back of the Detroit Lions. I want, you know what? You know what is so great about this right now? As of right now, the Detroit Lions are the number one seed, not only in the NFC North, but in the whole NFC. They are the number one seed right now. I mean, that is just fantastic. It is. It is. All right. Hey Tim, you going to the game next Sunday to get a Kelvin bobblehead? I would really love to. I got so many car problems, man. It's like if there was a way I could get there. There's one guy at work I've got to talk to. Maybe we can go. But I mean, I just can't trust my vehicle to go that far right now. I'll tell you, if there was a bus trip somewhere, I would definitely be there. If I would practically move hell and high water just to be there, just to be there. Because it is what it is. It's going. God, I want to be there. I want to be there. Brother, I just got my car fixed and I know how it is. I had a bad car for almost 2 months. Well, see, I gotta call my mechanic and see what I can set up again because it's like the oil light is coming on and they finally got the parts ordered for the oil pump, and it might be hopefully it's just the oil pump. A friend of mine at work told me to just go ahead and try Murphy's oil treatment. That might work. But I'm afraid if I just go ahead and put that in, that it could muck up things. And if it isn't the oil pump, it could be the full engine. And is it worth putting a full engine in for this? You know, that's what I'm going through right now. And it's yeah, I had my oil change, and I mean, there was 3 weeks where I had freaking uh, only worked 2 days that for the weeks, and I spent most of those weeks ending up staying at home trying to get that darn thing fixed through mechanics and stuff like that. But it just didn't work out. If it's a engine, good luck for yeah, go look for another car. Yeah, right. And see that's the thing. You know, I mean, it's like, but of course, then I also don't want to buy somebody else's junk. So, and right now, it's with the way interest rates are and crap like that, you know, uh, payments are going to be harder than that, you know. So the thing is, the car is paid for and stuff like that, but it's yeah, yeah. But yeah, but that's what's going on. That's what it is. Hey, yeah, you guys are watching Sin's Maniac Sports. You know, thank you guys. I really appreciate everybody coming in. That's great. And you know what? Uh I know last week I wasn't on it all last week. You know, and one thing I did I just I didn't stream the game last week. Uh but I watched it. I watched the game and I enjoyed it more just watching it rather than trying to stream and watch it. But I didn't go ahead and uh, I didn't go ahead and wasn't feeling that well, so I didn't. My car needed an engine work, oil change, brakes, exhaust, battery, etc. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what I did. Okay, this is what I've done so far. I went ahead. Uh, I got brand new tires all the way around. All right. Got a ball joint in it because went ahead from there. Got couple days later, I got an oil change, and then the damn oil light uh, came out. You know, it's like what the excuse the French. I know it's not French, but excuse it. You know, well, yeah, and hey, things ain't hey, with the way prices are now compared to pre-pandemic, it's like what the hell, it is. It is. It's crazy. But brother, I know exactly, and I know you're telling me this because you know how it is when when basically you lose a lot of the stuff. Okay, and see what it is when and then oh yeah, and I had a radiator flush done too, and then the the mechanics thought at first it was a sensor that was causing the oil light to come in. So, okay, no, it wasn't that because that's one of the things, when because the day afterwards, all right, it was the day afterwards. I was trying to go to the bank and traffic was hell and stuff like that. So I went ahead and went to go pull up to the machine, ATM machine, and then right at that time, that oil light came on. Right at that time. So when the oil heats up and it gets thin, that's when it starts going wrong. I went ahead, I checked the oil. Oil was up. Oil was full. So I checked the oil. Uh, Full synthetic went in there. Uh, Brought it back to the oil change company. They thought it was just because they didn't reset the oil light. Tried to go ahead and uh, Take Five, and it was also that it was a Take Five oil company that did it. Uh, which was a new oil place here in Muskegon. Then I went ahead and I took it back there. They looked at it, checked and see. Then that manager, you could tell right then that she was like, "I'm gonna." It was like, "It's not us. It's not us. Nothing we did," and stuff like that. She tried to tell me, "Hey, that it was the." At first, she thought it was a head gasket. You know, if and she said, what made me mad though is she tried to tell me that it was like that before. I mean, she wasn't there, but it was like that before it was brought to her. That's what she tried to say. So, in a sense, she was calling me a liar. That brought out the maniac in me in not a good way because I started yelling at her because you don't call me a liar when I'm telling you the truth on what happened. You know, I mean, it could have been that the oil was, it could have been that, you know, things when they changed and stuff like that, it wasn't right. And another thing, they tried to tell me that it was that if I would have had the radiator flushed out then, that it would this would happen. Well, their own person went ahead and told me, "Oh, don't worry about doing it that day. Just bring a couple days later and all this other stuff. We have a special going on and stuff like that. You know, and she tried to say, well, if you would have had it done that, when we did the oil change, this wouldn't have happened. And when her guy recommended that I don't even do it that day, you know, it's like, what the heck? Because Take Five Oil Company, they're the one that did it. They did it, it was working fine before. And of course, I have, and this mechanic that I take it to, I trust him. I have done work with him in the past and stuff like that. So this mechanic shop, they're known for giving like 5-year warranties and stuff like that on the parts and stuff. So it isn't. So they did tell me if the they said that it was something they did, that the oil change, if the mechanic said that it was something the oil change place did, it was, that they would pay for getting it fixed. Or my mechanic could not go ahead and could not go ahead and say, because he said, oh, the oil looks good, it was done right, because they checked everything out and stuff like that. Yeah, that made me roar. It also made I also said a few choice words to her. I did. I should have sticked with where I usually go. I usually go to a different oil place. I should have sticked with them because I think they would have did something. You know, I think if they, I think what they should have done was flush the engine when they did the oil change. Because the other place I go to usually recommends that, and sure, I pay more than that, and that doesn't, uh, I haven't had any problems after that. So, oh yeah, and then I had a bad, on my brand new tires that I got, I had a bad valve. I had to go take that into, of course, that's all fully guaranteed, you know. But if I was just going to go ahead and trade my car, you know, I would have not went ahead and put brand new tires, ball joint, and all that other stuff into a dealer. I just wouldn't have did that, you know, because that would have been dumb. So and it was Bell Tires was the one that I got the tires from, you know. So, but hey, it is what it is. I will get things worked out, but it sucks. It does. It does. And you know, I mean that's why, I'll tell you, I'm confused about this election on who I should vote for because no, I'm not gonna bring that up. But I do know that pre-pandemic the economy was a lot better than what it is now. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. It happens. You know, and to tell the truth, I don't like either of the candidates that are running for president. I don't. I just don't think that they got my best interest, the American best interest. Uh, I'm not voting for either the Donald or the laughing hyena. But see, that's what I mean. If you look at that, and if you look at it logically, are we better off now than we were 4 years ago? And that's what every candidate usually ask. All right. And if I just went by the economy, all right, before the pandemic, this country was doing hell of a good freaking coming back. Jobs were coming back to America. All right. Uh, but once the pandemic hit, everything changed. And what I cannot get past, all right, But I cannot get past this. Okay, when Biden first got in, he went ahead, uh, stopped all the drilling for new oil. What happened to the gas prices? Gas prices skyrocketed. I remember, and yes, you had the Ukraine war too, and all that other stuff. You had that going on. Our military, you know, I'm thinking. I mean, both of the candidates are so full of misdirection. It's pathetic. You know. Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right. Yeah. I know. It's and you know what? I didn't vote last time because I was mad at both of them. You know. So I mean, I wish there was an actual third party that had a chance to win, and we could shut both of those damn assholes off. That you know, uh, a party that would go ahead and actually work for the Americans. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But and this country cannot support the world, and that's what we're doing right now. We're we're with I mean, there's no reason. You know what is going to go on with our Social Security that I worked most of my life to put in, but yet people come over who shouldn't even be voting, all right, and are giving ballot. You know, I mean, we don't go over to their country and vote for their president. You got to be a U.S. citizen to vote, and you should have to prove it. You know, you should. And my money should not, taxpayer money should not go uh, for criminals to get sex changes. I mean, that's hell no. Hell no. Believe me, I pay a lot of taxes in, you know? And I just, all right. I gotta drop this. This is not a political show, you know? But, I mean, hey, it's damn sad that I gotta work till almost 70 in order to retire. I should be able to retire at 65 just like everybody else. And I know that it was George Bush was the one that raised the age, but I also know too that we have been paying a surplus in to the government for a long time, which was supposed to be being set aside for our Social Security. So we were prepaying, all right? But what they did was they used that money, both Democrats and Republicans used that money to go ahead and freaking cancel go ahead and make the deficit go, but I don't. All right. I believe. All right, hey, and I'll tell you, I'm a supporter of Israel. I am, and I don't. And Israel does have the right to defend themselves, just like the Palestinians do. You know, people don't like that. They don't like that, but those are my views. You know, and I'm actually afraid. I mean, this is what really. I'm afraid if we get 4 more years of what went on for this 4 years, I don't know if our country can take it. I don't know. I'm thinking they're trying to change this country from within. That's what they're doing. You know. But let's talk about sports. Enough of this. Yeah, everything is high in this country. And if you look at what it was like before, I mean, inflation wasn't that way. I mean, yeah, and those covert shutdowns were so. I, I, yeah, everything is so damn high. It is. Oh boy. So, so how have you been now since we beat that over the head with a maniac stick? Even the cheese, it's smoked, is going high. Yeah. So how did you like the way those cow bitches got handled last week? That was fun as hell. I mean, that was like years of pent up being screwed over. I mean, it was like the lions were like playing with their food. They were. And I'll tell you, the NFC-North, you know, okay, go back to standings. Oh, gotta go over here. Oh, we're in the AFC here. I'm just worried about the North right now. I don't care about the other ones. Excuse me. But I mean, now of course Chicago is in last place. In the North, where Green Bay was in last place last week. But when was the last time that a 4-2 team has been in last place? It just shows, it just shows how competitive the NFC North is. You know, it does. I mean, you got, you know, three of the four teams have 5 wins this season. All right. Let me see. All right. We're getting high. It's CJ. Yep. It choked me up. Hello out there. Yeah. God, it sure did choke. It sure did choke me, did it? Well, it's. I think you gotta really say that NFC North is at least the most competitive division. You know. I gotta. Let me shut my camera off. But yeah, at least the most competitive division, if not the best division in the NFL right now. I but so okay. Appreciate. Okay, so of course we'll go ahead. I still think it's the Lions and the Packers division. I agree totally. And then you also gotta look at what's going on with Caleb Williams and stuff and Bears too. But yeah, I think the Lions and the Packers are the two best teams in the division. But the Packers were in last place last week. You know. All right. So this year, of course, Lions beat the Rams in overtime. They lost. Their only loss was to Tampa Bay. Uh, beat the Cardinals. Beat the Seahawks. Demolished the cow bitches. Oh yeah. Oh, you're not worried. Okay. All right. Uh, so of course next week it's the Titans. We should beat them. Then it's Green Bay at Green Bay. You know. But every team here is winnable. You know, I think we can be. You know, Green Bay is going to compete like hell, though. You know, they are. So we got Titans next week, of course. Then we're at Green Bay. Then we're at Tennessee. All right. Then of course we're Jacksonville comes to us, and then we go to Indianapolis. Then Thanksgiving Day is Chicago. Well, we're gonna win that game. Then the Packers come after Thanksgiving. The Bills come and visit the Lions. Then we go to Chicago. Then we go to San Francisco. And last game of the year is, of course, the Minnesota Vikings again. You know, which that schedule is to be announced, which it should be as far as where we're going to play. You know, I'm thinking they'll probably flex that to the last part. But who knows? Maybe by then Minnesota will be out of it. Hopefully by then they will be. You know. If I can get the car problem settled, I will. I will definitely go. Yeah. By then I should have the car problem settled. I definitely should. But but yeah, I definitely want to go. I want to go to a Red Wings game, and I also want to go to a Pistons game too. You know, because I never been to a Red Wings game, and I never been to a Pistons game either. You know. Oh my God, what are you going to do? Okay, in my earlier stream, I said this. All right. And in a way, still, I kind of want it to happen, but it would be scary if it did happen. All right. But there's only one more undefeated team. All right. So there's only one more undefeated team. And the only way we're going to play that undefeated team is if they stay undefeated or well, the only way we'll play them in a postseason game would be in the Super Bowl, of course. But could you imagine if Kansas City is still undefeated in the Super Bowl and the Lions go to the Super Bowl and we had the Kansas City Chiefs, their only loss of the season in the Super Bowl? How fantastic would that be? And of course, if the Lions hang over, oh, you think they're going to lose? You think? I think they're go to lose 2 games, the Chiefs. All right. But I'm just saying, could you imagine that, though? If the Chiefs are undefeated up into the Super Bowl, Lions play them in the Super Bowl, and the Lions hand the Kansas City their only loss that season. How awesome would that be? Now, the thing that scares me about that, though, okay, is we all know already that the NFL wants Kansas City to have a three-peat because they never, Kansas City is that hot team now. But I'm sorry, the Lions are a hot ass team. All right. Oh my God. But what would you do if that scenario happened? If the Lions went ahead and gave the Kansas City Chiefs the only loss of the entire season. Just like when the Patriots went, and they had their 16 wins, 0 losses. made it all the way to the Super Bowl and lost to the New York Giants. Eli Manning. I mean, for the Detroit Lions to ruin. All right. The Kansas City Chiefs' perfect season. That's just icing on the cake. It is. It's icing on the cake. I mean, and it is what it is. You know? Uh, I gotta get back out of this. So, what two games do you think they're going to lose? I mean, I'm just curious. Okay, let me see. Get back off this. Go here. Okay, so KC, they play the Raiders at LA. Buccaneers go to them. Then they play the Broncos. Okay, either the Chargers or Broncos, or the Chargers and the Broncos. Wow, wow, that's something. But what about the Bills too? Patrick Mahomes, I don't know. So tell me, do you think that Aaron Rodgers is washed up? I mean, the big experience to bring Adams didn't work. So, so when did the Green Bay got this bye? Is it next? Uh, is it next week Green Bay has their bye? Or not? So are you going to go to the draft over in Green Bay or not? Uh, no, it's not next week. Yeah, I think so too. I I mean, Rogers, Aaron Rodgers is done. He is. He is. He's done. Aaron Rodgers is done. Yep. Okay. I got a friend of mine. Him and his sister are Green Bay Packers fans. And actually, he's supposed to. I didn't remind him, but he told me he did tell me that it's Michael Longmire last year. But of course, once it's happened, he didn't live up to it. But he told me if the Lions made the playoffs last year, that he was going to take me to a game on him. But I know he's too cheap to do to do that. Hey. I'm going to try. I am going to try. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, man? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. I figured you're probably going to be there under the probably going to be covering the draft, and you're going to be you're going to be in New Orleans covering the Super Bowl, aren't you? It was an amazing win. It was. It just it shows that we're not the same alliance. We are not the same alliance. That's for darn sure. Excuse me. Just relishing the victory. Hell yeah. Uh, and how many? Now, I'll tell you what. One thing for sure. No matter how good, my contact is wishy washy. No, nothing confirmed yet. Okay, and I'm sure that's about the Super Bowl. All right. Damn. That would be so awesome if you could go there and bring a guest. All right, bring it. Go in there, and then I mean, brother Jeremy. I I would gladly be a family member that you that you I'm joking, of course. Yes, yes, that's true. That is true. OMG, OMG, OMG. That is true. Yeah, right. I mean, this change came so fast. You know, it just shows that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell knows what the hell they're doing. Oh, okay. Oh man, you can't you can't blame me for trying though, right? You know, you can't, man. Jeremy, could you imagine how Jim would be right now? I mean, how ecstatic Jim would have been last year, and Jim would be this year. No harm, no foul. Okay. What did I tell you all last year about the now shade? Ah. So do you guys think we should try to get Cosby or Myers? and Myers Garrett. You know what? If that can seal the deal and take us to the Super Bowl this year, hell yeah. I do. I really do. If that seals the deal, you know, I mean, brother, the only sad part, you know, I want Aiden to be playing in the Super Bowl with us. You know, I mean, not it not only sucks that that he's out, and I heard possibly he might be back if they're in the Super. We're not getting either one. Okay, yeah, I told you if he gets the chance to play, he'd be great. Hell yeah, yeah, and you know what? It would freaking be great. It would. It depends on how Aiden is on his rehab. Yeah, definitely. The two drafts I see us getting is either Smith or from the Browns or Josh Urlacher from the Patriots. Hmm, okay. Trade. Yeah. Yeah. Rich Cat Peter said you don't like that, huh? Oh boy. Man, I hope it even if even if he could just dress for the game, you know. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need that. We definitely don't need that. Yeah. He's injured and he disappears after November. No, we don't need that. Definitely not. But you ought to think about the Commanders this season. They are for real. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We possibly could meet them in the playoffs. But they are for real. Yeah. Okay. Since I'm not seeing much, I can or I'll get back on camera. But Jared Goff, Joe Jeremy, about Matthew Stafford. If the Rams trade him to Minnesota, which some of the rumors have been, are you gonna support Matthew Stafford at all? Yeah, can't trust the Eagles, that's for sure. All right, let me see. Texans are the only AFC South team that looks legit. True. Oh, heck yeah. You would. Okay. And I'll tell you, I would never either. I would never. Yeah, they would. You would. You know, to go to another NFC North, I could see if the Lions would have cut him. Okay, just like when Favre was cut from the Packers and stuff like that. I could see that, but the Lions didn't cut him. They traded him and helped get him his Super Bowl win. I tell you, there was a couple passes I think Sam do that was like, OMG. I mean, he threaded that needle a few times. I mean, and we all know Stafford ain't the most mobile quarterback. And also, Stafford has been knocked on his ass a lot and also even the uh, with the Rams. You know, Sam fits the offense. We just played hungrier. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it took a little bit to get our wheels going, but once we got those wheels turning, man, I mean, it things just opened up like crazy. They did. Do you think? Do you guys think they should QB streak more with golf? I think we have had one thing golf knows how to do is just freaking win. You know? Yeah, exactly. It was hard to get Dono though. It was. Yeah, it was hard. Of course, we had to watch out for Jefferson, but there was a couple sacks, and then we had those interceptions, and oh man, they locked out that one time on the interception, but it shouldn't have been it. 4 sacks, 12 pressures, 2 quarterback hits, 6 hurries. We got a lot of pressure without Hutch, though, through this game. Yeah, 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 exactly. And what about Jameer Gibbs proving that that when you need him and when Montgomery was hurt, he could go ahead and take the could go ahead and really break you. I think this game gave Gibbs showed just I think this was one of the best games he had this season. And of course St. Brown, ooh, doggy. St. Brown, he Williams did have a great game, but you know what? They were double covering him all the time, and I'm still saying what they said before the game about the defense on Meta. Do you all think we should sign Aaron Donald or J.J. Watts out of retirement? Good luck with that. Good luck. Good luck with that. That's all I got today to say. Goff was 16-17 against the Blitz. They never learned. Yeah. See, Jeremy, you got me all choked up again. I blame you. No, I'm joking. But yeah. I say we're going to trade for one of those two guys. Harold, Ramsey, Titan, Zebra Smith, Brown, or Josh Erlach. Patriots. Hey. Or maybe even Bryce Hoff from the Eagles. Yeah. Wow. So who do you think is going to be the toughest game that we got left? The tough. Okay. One I didn't hear anyone talking about was trading the 2026 third round pick for Azir Aquaria. Chase Young. Texans. Yeah. Yeah, we need them at the end of the season. Our thoughts? Games will be our toughest game will be in our division. I gotta agree. And I gotta think, I gotta go with the Packers. I Texans and the Bills. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Our division is 19 of 6 as a whole. I mean, that is something. I, I mean, that just shows how don't sleep on the Bears defense. Yeah, that's true. Bears defense, yeah, and that has pulled them out of a few wins. But Vikings had a good we're known for having one a great defense, and so do you think the Bears defense matches up better? Jeremy and Steve, do you think that the Bears defense matches up better against the Lions than the Vikings defense did? I mean, the Bears does have a great defense. Care Bears defense all year on, all year long. LOL. Ah, we are the best division in football. Black and blue division is back. Hell yeah. They did better than Florida's defense did last year. Yep, that's true. I had to drink something here. I think the Packers defense is better than the Vikings and the Care Bears. Yeah, these typos, right? These typos, and if you're using voice chat to do this, I know how those typos can go ahead and bite your typing. All right, Bears defense is in their 2-year is in year 2 against us. Has 7 sacks and 8 turnovers. That's yeah. Packers defense has issues tackling. Okay. And yeah, I mean the Bears defense kept them in the game, but the Bears. Yeah, I'm saying. I mean the Bears, the Bear. But yeah, that's one thing about the. Have you heard anything from Val at all? I know I don't know if she blocked me or what, but I don't get anything from her on media like I used to. Ah, okay. Did I make who mad? Megan? Val. I could have. Yeah, she is busy with her Texas life. I think that worked out with her. Just, I'm sure she's kind of thrilled with how the Bears are going. Okay, 32 is the Panthers, of course. 31 is the Packers. These are defense. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that means something. That does mean something. You asked Val. Yeah, I asked about Val. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long day, but yeah. But I did make Megan mad at me after the Seahawks lost. But she was supposed to come on the show and congratulate us after we won because she said that she was going to Megan that she was going to come on and rub it in if the Seahawks beat us, and she has done that the last couple of years. Well, this year we beat them, so me and her had a little uh, tiff, and I said, well, I, I did say you're just a sore loser about that, but yeah. So that's where I got confused. But you're right. I did say that about Val. Uh, how bad are the Raiders to the to the second bye week in the Carolina Panthers? Right. Raiders are pretty damn bad. Panthers selling their tickets for $2. LOL. Yeah. That's for the 50-yard line, Steve. Nosebleeds come at 48 cents. Gosh, and this is the third year in a row they've been this bad. You know? Oh boy. Sounds about right. If you buy season tickets for the Panthers, Bryce Young ain't got no help. Yeah, that's true. They didn't build anybody around them. You get a discount on your property taxes. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, just think of all the people that really paid pro for full price for the season tickets before the beginning of the year. Ah, $100 tax credit. One thing when the lines got good, the ticket prices went way up, didn't it? That's not That's not an exaggeration. That's uh yeah, that's true. That is not more. It costs more to at Duke and North Carolina College. LOL. 2022, I paid to see the Seahawks game. They were only $50 a seat. Wow. They went up $100 on my season tickets. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's something. Yeah, I know you said they went up big time. Per game or total, Steve? I know he get total. My season tickets cost, and you're like up there higher, right? You're in the second section. Could you imagine getting a suite? I don't know. That would cost crazy. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy as hell. That would be. Yeah, yeah, section 300. They went up $50 a piece for individual tickets up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a friend of mine at work, he was like, uh, he would if he could afford to go to just about every game, but he can. He's on the list to get season tickets next year. So yeah, that's really not too bad. So you get 8 games for the price of three of my three. Yeah, that's true. But getting on that season ticket holder, how Steve? How many years have you been a season ticket holder for a line? 100 Lions loot. Oh boy, nice. And as being season ticket holder, you get extra deals and stuff like that too, don't you? I mean, that's just so great. About 5 or 6 years. So, what do you think it would take for the Lions to expand the stadium? I think we talked about this before. You know what? Oh, what profit? Oh, cool. And plus, you get a lot of free merchandise by going to the game. You know. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. That is great. As much as they charge for tickets, they got enough to expand the city of Detroit. Yep. Could you imagine? Well, of course, you get the suites and stuff. But could you imagine? If they had like the 80,000, you know, 80,000 plus, like they used to have in the Silverdome. Could you imagine that being packed if they had? Because Ford Field is how many, like 55,000 or something like that. Uh, yeah, I know it's in the 50s, and then you get standing room only and all that stuff. Unfortunately, game tickets are a shared revenue. Okay. One thing for sure is Sheila Sheila has sure done a lot more for this team than her dad ever did. I mean, that's you know, I mean that's one. and you get 20% off Lions gear until January. Okay. So if I need, so I, so all 32 games, ticket money goes to the NFL before the owners see any of it. Wow. Yep. And you also got yeah, wow. Yeah, that's true because that was one of the reasons they said, why the Packers can even with their dinky ass station or with their dinky ass can go ahead and actually be um you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it is a cash cow. It gets lumped in with the TV money and everything. Yep. And then it gets divided up in that too. Wow. Wow. That's something. Why did I just yawn? I turned my camera on and I just yawned. And yeah, TV money is a big thing too. Yeah. Each individual owner gets approximately 9 mil to 1 billion cleared a year. Okay. The multiple owners that have that have to share that too. If the Lions won the Super Bowl, who should get the statue first? Goff, Campbell, or Holmes? Woo! Damn, that's a good question. I gotta say Dan. But I mean, I got I gotta say Dan. I just but Brad is the one that brought in the people. Brad Holmes and Campbell. Yeah. With Dan Campbell having Ben Johnson on his shoulder, like a little kid. uh, you could tell they were having fun. He was having fun at that. Ben Johnson, he was really having fun at that Dallas game. OMG, OMG. I can't blame him. Man, there I go with the coffee again. Yep, there you go with the damn coffee. All right, so hey Jeremy, he's going to have Ben Johnson on his shoulders like the Lions, Cubs, Campbell, like the Lions King. Hell, if you don't fire up watching the WoW pregame speech, you won't. You don't have if you don't get fired up watching the Lions pregame show, you don't have a pulse. Exactly. Uh, Peninsula, yeah. Tim's over there smoking a fat one over there. Yeah, sure sounds like it, don't it? Yes, exactly. But I know we got Lions need to shut the damn Packers up though, and the Bears. I mean, those two, they gotta, we gotta beat those two teams. Tim's been hanging out with Snoop Dogg, lol. Yeah, those ain't real cigarettes, or those ain't cigarettes you can buy at the store. Well, Tim probably one. But I have a great game review to write. I have I have a great game review to write. I predicted a close game. It was a dogfight for sure. It was. You know. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. Peace out. And, my wife's asleep, so I can't. By the way, I wanted to announce this, and I wanted to say to everybody out there, uh, I'm wishing my wife a happy anniversary. This Tuesday is going to be 30 years that me and my wife have spent together. So thank her for putting up with me for 30 years. Black and Blue Division, roar! Exactly. Roar! Roar! Oh, that was not loud. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. I don't want to wake you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, really, exactly. Sometimes I wonder myself, especially when you live with a maniac. Don't worry, I'm used to being blamed for everything that goes wrong. Even at work, it's actually finally just became a joke at work where whenever something goes wrong, oh, it's all your fault, Tim. Good night, Tim. Good night, Steve. Now, how is it that Jeremy gets to smoke and I get to cough? I mean, I don't like that. I mean, I don't even. One pride. Night, Jeremy. Wow. It's some stuff. It's some good stuff. LOL. Yeah, real good. Yeah. I do know your nickname. Just because, not really. I couldn't really get off from work, so we're gonna do something Saturday. You know. course, I could always call it a Michigan sick day. But I would need to stay off here because if. But see, one thing, I don't call into work. I only called into work one time, and that was because the roads were supposed to be so darn bad. And then they were worse the next day that I called. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one, yeah. Yeah, she works first shift and I work second shift, so we don't see a lot of each other during the week. But I asked her to at least, if she, I tried talking to my supervisor. She's not going to be there Monday about getting my tomorrow off, or not tomorrow, Tuesday. Well, it's after midnight, so it would be tomorrow off. But she said probably can't do it, but she's already, they're only allowed 2 people off, is what my senior supervisor is saying. So it's okay, I'm not getting it Tuesday off either. But I would really like to get Tuesday off. That would be great. So, but it's my fault. I should have put in for it a lot earlier, but I did. So, got nobody else to blame but me. But I have seen them. I haven't. And afterward, give her a roar. Okay. I'll make sure I tell her that. So probably about 3 o'clock, I'm going to end the stream right around 3. It's not 3 yet. You don't know. I was at the end of that Pittsburgh game. I was in bed. I was watching the game in the bedroom, and I was just falling asleep. I thought, I won't stream. Then I thought, I'm going to get up and stream. I need to stream, you know. And of course, it was great. Oh, you're watching. Wow. So, do you think the Michigan Panthers can beat the Carolina Panthers? Hell yeah. You know what? I think they ought to go ahead. I don't like the name UFL, United Football League. I don't like that name. I think they should. I mean, should rebrand it to USFL and still keep the divisions being one, the USFL and one, or well, I'm sorry, I waited too long for the Michigan Panthers, the United States Football League team, to come back. And then when they changed the name, I just don't like the name as well. I think the USFL was the better of the names. XFL. Excuse me. I think the Michigan Panthers are going to miss Jake Bates. Yeah. But what if he goes back and plays for the Panthers? I mean, can you do that? And there's a lot of kickers that are making a lot of long kicks now. Right? Yep. Uh, so wasn't they going to change up some venues again this year? I mean, I know me and you both agreed we didn't like how they downsized and took away franchises. I didn't like that. Yeah, they should add more teams and games. Exactly. And that's why I wanted a merger in the first place. Not to go ahead and downsize, but I don't think they're going to add more this year. They're just going to. I thought I heard they were going to move one of the teams. United Football League. Uh, the United Football League. Okay, so you have the Birmingham Stallions, of course. I'm sorry, I don't think. I think the Houston should have kept the name Gamblers. Houston Roughnecks. I don't like that name. You know. Of course, Michigan Panthers. Okay, so in the United Football Conference, you have the Birmingham Stallions, the Houston Roughnecks, the Memphis Showboats, and the Michigan Panthers. All right. In the XFL, you have the um, Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, San Antonio Bombers, St. Louis Battlecats. Yeah, well, they should have lost money with what they did to what they did to the league. I mean, they screwed over teams. They screwed over cities. You know, I mean, this merger idea that I had, and I had it before anybody said it, so I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna take credit for it. But this merger idea, they messed it up. They did. They messed it up big time. So yeah, I mean, if they would, I'll tell you what, I would have much rather had one of the two leagues go down under than have them make it. And this is not why I didn't go to any Panthers games last year. It's just most of them were. I mean, their home season was done real early, you know. But uh, I think with the way the merger did, they made the uh, uh, two leagues that were struggling into one league that was struggling real bad. I mean, you got to find out you're going to lose money at first. You know, I know the Rock. He bought the XFL, and the XFL could not support itself. All right, it could not. So what you do is you go ahead and you go ahead and you slap the fans of these teams that were really starting to get the fans in the face, and you just throw, you say, oh yeah, that team's not going to be there no more, and stuff like that. No, you had franchises. They did it wrong. They, they kind of deserve what they got, you know, in my opinion. You know, fix it, get quality. You know, I mean, I, it would be like, okay, people waited like 30 years for the United States Football League to come back. That's what we wait. That's what the Michigan Panther fans and other stuff waited, for. And I'll tell you, the Birmingham Stallions being I mean, yeah, they're the team. That's great. They have won, all three titles. I think that hurts. That hurts the league when there's only one team that that wins every year the championship. I'm not saying they should throw it or anything, you know, but they were trying to run it on a budget, and it's just, you know, yeah. I mean, it was crazy. It was just the way they did it, the way they did to the Philadelphia Stars, the way they did You know, I mean, even with what they did with Tampa Bay the year before and stuff like that. You know, the last year of when they were the US out, they moved them to Memphis. You know, I mean, hopefully they can rebound, but yeah. Oh, all right, all right, all right. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way they did it. That would be nice. But I do think with the way they did things, they ruined the appreciation that people had and the expectations. You know, and wasn't there like a United Football League at one time before that really didn't do too good either? You know, yeah, you got to have something to draw it in. You know, draw the people in. Well, all right. Man. Okay. Do you think that the Tigers being good this year is going to harm the the attendance for the Panthers? Or I know the season they start a little bit earlier than baseball does. You know, I mean, it's yeah, I know. I got that one jersey. OMG. I got that Michigan Panther jersey that I bought, you know, that had Big E sign in that. And it wasn't even an official jersey, but I tell you, I paid like it was, you know, and a beer. But the best thing about the Michigan Panther, I mean, that was great, that game but the best thing about that first game that I went to is I met you. I mean, it's great. The game was, but you know, I met you. We became friends, and that's great. That's how we met. So Yeah, their jerseys too cost a hell of a lot. You know, but of course we knew that too. Did you get season tickets last year or not? Yeah, that was a blast. That was a blast for sure. Definitely was a blast. Well, okay, all right, cool. And how much was it for the season ticket packets? I mean, I know they went up this year like crazy. Which really ain't bad. So it's like $20 a ticket. All right. Well, any last thoughts for the show? Uh, because, but yeah, let's go Lions, and I think the Lions are going to have uh a good game next week. I think they'll go ahead and take down the Tennessee Titans. I know you gotta show up and play the game too. They can't take them too lightly, but I don't think there's going to be that much of it should be that much of a struggle. But hey, Lions won, Spartans won, and knocked the Titans on the ass. Yeah, let's knock that. Yeah, knock them on your ass. Give them, give them a maniac blast and just knock them right on your ass. You know. Yeah. And isn't it Tannehill or something that's the quarterback over there for the Titans? Oh, uh, you went to the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. It was a good event. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need to go there. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I appreciate knowing that. Thanks. Yeah, it's Will Levis. Oh yeah, Will Levis. The QB for the Titans. Now who's Tannehill for now? But yeah, we gotta knock Will Levis right on his ass. And we gotta intercept him. They had food and everything there. It was worth it. Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool, man. That's great. I'm glad you. I'm glad you had a great time. All right. Well, I do need to end this. Thank you very much. Thanks to Jeremy. Thanks to Detroit Fan Man that was on earlier too. Appreciate y'all. Thanks to Pup Dexter too that was on my first stream, and I think he's also lurking on Twitch right now. Twitch. Uh, oh, he's a free agent. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. But we will see you guys. I'll try to get on again. I say this every week, but I'll try to be on again tomorrow sometime after work. That would that will be great. But this is Maniac Tim with Maniac Sports, and also 313 New Breed Sports. Roar! Yeah, that's kind of funny. I didn't see, you know who I didn't see today was Grandizer 12. Usually he pops in. But I am surprised. I didn't see him. But yeah, you can everybody have a great night. Go Lions, roar, one pride.